Are you impatiently waiting for a new Canon RF glass for both the RFS and the RF mount? What about third-party lenses with autofocus? Well, stick around after this short break for all the details. But first, subscribe for your chance to win a Canon EOS R5. I'll be giving one away to one lucky subscriber once this channel reaches 100,000 subscribers. Anybody above the age of 18 with a valid mailing address anywhere on the planet is eligible. Please read the terms and conditions in the description down below. The Camera Insider said that Canon is prepared to release RF and RFS lenses at the end of September. That multiple people that we talked to have told us that we'll see announcements in late September, and they'll be for new RF and RFS lenses. The Camera Insider didn't happen to say what lenses we could expect to see, although they did tease us about some wide open fast primes. I don't know, what could we potentially see? What lens is hotly anticipated? Could we see the 35mm f1.2? Or what about a 25mm f1.2, 1.4, or even a 1.8? And of course, an 11 to 24mm. I'd personally love to see that one. I've actually got the not the RFS, the EFS version of that, but boy, would I love an RFS fast open 11 to 24mm. And yes, L series, I want it to be an affordable one, but that's what I'd really love to see. But what about RFS? I think I know what you'd like to see. What about the 22mm f2? Or what about the 32mm f1.4? Yep, I think that would be quite interesting. If Canon delivered just those lenses, I think we'd all be pretty impressed, and I'd be excited. I think there's something for everybody there, except for, yeah, you're right, there's no mention of a 24 to 70 f4 or some other telephoto or zoom or even tilt shift, but I don't know. I'm hopeful that we'll get something that we'll be excited about, and hopefully it's not just two lenses. They'll give us a whole gaggle of them, something like 4 or 5 or even 6 lenses. As far as camera bodies, the Camera Insider said no one knows if a camera announcement is possible, so that likely means there won't be. However, these things can change quickly as more people are read in. The Mica 85mm f1.4. It was announced at Photokita. It was announced at NAB in 2023 earlier this year, and at that event, Mica said they have a third-party lens, the 85mm f1.4 with autofocus, and that's the big deal because so far Cosina, everybody else who's released an approved RF lens by Canon has been without autofocus. So this was the first one, and they've released the 85mm f1.4 for the Sony E mount, for the Nikon Z mount, for a whole bunch of other mounts, but there's been nothing at all in the ether about the Canon RF mount, leading many of us to believe that, hey, maybe it was a mistake, maybe they got reined in by Canon. But this morning, Canon Rumors gave us an update. The Mica RF 85mm f1.4 was shown to the world at NAB Show 2023 all the way back in April. But not much has been seen or heard since. It now appears that Mica is planning to announce the lens at the end of the month. And I hope it's a big announcement. And when I mean a big announcement, I just don't mean that they're going to announce the lens. They're going to have streamers and dancing girls and ladders and cars and, you know, just an incredible kind of Top Gear kind of festivity around this lens. No, what I'm hoping for is that they're going to deliver an RF lens roadmap, giving us a glimpse into what they have planned for the future. Not just a single lens alone here in 2023, but a promise of what might to come. I know what you're thinking. That we're more likely to get a personal visit by Santa Claus, or that the US federal government is going to announce that they have alien craft and alien bodies in their presence. Sorry, what? What? You're kidding. Oh, so apparently the US federal government has already, to Congress, announced that they do have alien craft and bodies in their presence. So that's rather disturbing that Canon still hasn't presented us a roadmap regarding third-party lenses, other than we have a few like Mica. You're sure about that? Okay, so if the US federal government is able to announce, although there is some controversy around this, that they have alien craft, it's on the record in the US Congress, and so bodies and craft, then what the heck is holding Canon back from approving third-party lenses for both RF and RFS with autofocus for Tamron and Sigma? Wouldn't that be amazing? Wow, that would certainly show up on the front page of the New York Times, the Washington Post, the Toronto Star, and the Evening Herald. Wow, that would be big news. That would be just, that would break the internet, wouldn't it? Okay, yes, I'm being a little bit facetious here, but it's just striking to me that you can see really big news in the world, and Canon is still holding back on announcing Sigma and Tamron lenses. Look, I'll be the first to say that I love Canon L series glass. I've got a lot of them. Look at this guy right here. This is the 100 to 500 millimeter f4.5 to 7.1. It's a terrific lens, and it's not cheap. It's nowhere in the vicinity of the 100 to 300 f2.8 at some $9,500. But there's a huge gap missing in Canon's lineup. The L series there's a lot of good lenses there, but that affordable range from $600 up to about $1,200, that's a range that Canon hasn't really populated much in their lineup, and I think that's where Sigma and Tamron really come in. It's not that they're going to take Canon's lunch, because Canon, what they could do here, and I've said this before, they can sign a deal with Sigma and Tamron, approving them to make RF lenses with autofocus, but then saying, okay, boys, I want you to stay away from top-level lenses, f1.2. You can do f1.4, but you can't do f1.2, and you can't touch 35 millimeters until we release our lens. And I think that would be a big deal. And you know what? That would make everybody happy. Wow, we have an announcement. It allows me to plan my purchases. I know what's coming. I know when it's coming. And they don't have to be precise. They can say, look, for 2024, we're going to release these lenses. For 2025, these lenses. And I think that would get a lot of people excited. That's really what I want to see. It's just a little bit frustrating. And if you want to see the latest news and rumors regarding RF and RFS lenses, then go ahead and subscribe and choose all notifications. So that way you can stay up to date on all the latest news and information. I mean, after all, I'm gathering up the information from multiple news sources in just this video alone. Canon Rumors and the Camera Insider. So go ahead and subscribe and hit all notifications. And for all those other news stories that aren't quite big enough to have their own separate, well, video, maybe it's a CR1 or CR2 from Canon Rumors that about a new lens, but it's not that big of a deal. Well, we'll go ahead and tweet that stuff out. So go ahead and follow me on Twitter, X, formerly known as Twitter, and that way you can stay up to date on all the latest and greatest big news, minor news, everything, pricing information, all that stuff. And even this video, I will tweet it out as soon as it's published. But Twitter is one of the best ways for you to stay informed of what's going on in the camera world. And if you really like this channel, you're still watching right now, there's one thing you could do to really help this channel out, and that's if you that's if you purchase from Adorama or B&H. If you do regularly purchase from Adorama and B&H, then please consider using my affiliate links down below. I get anywhere from 2 to 6% back, and that really does help fund this channel. You'll notice that I still don't have any 45-second to 60-second spots right at the beginning of this video. I just ask you to subscribe and join Twitter, that's it. I've had multiple sources reach out to me saying, hey, they'd love me to put a spot in there, and I haven't. I haven't for one very specific reason. I think it will interfere with the content delivery, and from the affiliate links and YouTube and the money I get from there, it's enough that it helps me support this channel. So if you can continue helping me support through affiliate links, I'm going to leave that stuff alone. I'm not going to pepper this video with ads because I think it just gets in the way of content, and I don't think I could handle another Squarespace 45-second spot. What about you? Let me know in the comment section down below, and also let me know what lenses you would like to see Canon announce this September or October or even November. We'll take it right up until the end of the year for the RF and the RFS mount. But that's it for now. Have yourself a great week, and we'll see you again soon.